I know, guys, you have already been watching a lot of guess strategy based videos, how to use this Tukka strategy during your exam. But this video is going to be a little different. Why? Because this is not about physics and chemistry, this is particularly about biology. And let me tell you, the strategy to make a Tukka, a guesswork that you make during your biology exam, is different from how you use that Tukka strategy in physics and chemistry. Why? Because biology is more of fact based subject. Now, first thing first. Now, when we have understood that Tukka strategy works slightly differently when we come on to biology. So first of all, just understand that there are no blind guesses to be made. Now, this is a general thing which works for all the subjects: physics, chemistry, biology. We are not going to make any blind guesses here. Of course, it is going to be a scientific guesswork only. Secondly, it is a time based guessing, right? Now, coming on to how we are going to use Tukka for biology. Remember, it is fact based, so things are slightly different here. First of all, segregate the questions. So, while you are attempting your paper, of course, there will be three types of questions. The ones you are very sure about, of course, you will mark the answer and move on. Second, you are not sure about. Now, this is where Tukka strategy is going to work wonders for you, and you can easily increase your marks by at least 10 to 15. And yes, it will actually work for 10 to 15 marks, not more than that. And then for biology, and then there will be third type of question where you're very unsure, not unsure, you just don't know the answer about. Now, once these questions have been segregated for sure questions, you will quickly mark the answer and move on. Now, these two types of questions, ones which you are unsure, this is where we are going to use our Tukka strategy. Again, the third type of questions where you have no idea that what the question is, put a cross there that you are not going to come back to this question, because now if in this third category of question, if you use this Tukka strategy, you're actually going to lose marks rather than increase your marks. Now, let's understand how we are going to guess for these mediocre questions we know partially about, but we are not very sure about the answer, right? Now, in these type of questions, the first rule, which is a golden rule, is two option rule. That means you will eliminate the two options and then you are left with the two options. You know that at least A and D are not the answers. The answer lies between B and C. Now, I will highly recommend that you try guesswork for such questions where at least you can eliminate two options, right? Okay, so one is this. Second, very important, be very sure while you are reading the statements and you come across these words. These are the words to doubt. Always, never, only, all. For example, I'll just read this statement to you. Frog uses skin for respiration while in water only. Now, in such statement, we know that frog uses skin for respiration while it is underwater. It is very right. But now because it has used the word only, this statement has become untrue. This is a false statement now, because you must know that frog also uses skin on land while it is hibernating or estivating. Are you getting that? So, whenever you come across these two words, these few words like always, never, only, all, you should be cautious. You should be very cautious. Generally, such statements are false. Now, avoid any pattern guessing. I know there are some strategies like akkad vakkad bambabu. No, we are not doing that. Also, then there is a second. We try to be more scientific during the exam. We try to look at our OMR sheet. Okay, most of the answers are B. Maybe this is B. Now, this is pattern guessing. Do not do that. Remember, we are not going for pattern guessing. See, your OMR, your answers are very random. They are not giving you any hint. Even if most of the answers are in B category, this pattern guessing technique will not work. So be cautious, don't use this technique. The smartest approach, guys, would be that in first round you quickly solve all the questions that you are very clear about, and in the second round you come back to those questions that you have marked hashtag or just keep a symbol, where you want to come back and now you want to guess what the answers can be by using some elimination or by being cautious and rereading the statements with these doubtful words. So attempt should be elimination based. And sometimes, guys, The smartest approach would be no guessing at all. We are talking about biology. This is more of facts. Rather, even better approach would be that now, when just few days are left, you work on your mnemonics. So I'm going to make a very quick video on mnemonics, which will help you to remember the examples and some key statements in a better way. Yes, do use Tukka strategy during your exam, but be very, very cautious. This is more of fact-based paper, especially biology. So elimination works. Two statements, once eliminated, only then go for it. And sometimes when you are just sure that you have never seen this question, no guessing at all. All the very best.